Portal to the mines. Okay, now it works. Oh shit.
Soldier, soldier, burning bright.
Let's see what the goal is.
Soldier, the gold within cannot be reached. My paths have all been mangled, breached. The gold within.
Okay.
Soldier, soldier, prepare to...
So at least at this point it cannot be reached. Let's take a quick look at the loop. Only she can use it anyway. It's a good wand. Earth staff. Plus 3 intelligence, plus 2 perception. Holy shit. 20% chance to set crippled status for 3 turns. Crippled is like you lose half of your action points. I don't care about the action point cost of this staff because plus 3 intelligence and plus 2 perception is absolutely fantastic. I'm never really using this either, and I'm using it because it has plus 1 intelligence pretty much. Yeah, this is slightly better. This is a good chance to check one thing. How does intelligence actually affect things? Because 3 points is substantial. I need something that has a decent amount of cooldown. Okay. Let's take immolation. Okay, low level abilities have 3 or 4. Basically, they are 4 turns cheaper to cast. No, 4 turns quicker or reduced cooldown. If the cooldown was originally 4 or less, the cooldown is still 1 turn. With adept levels, it's 3. With master, it's just 2. So what will happen if we switch the staff? Our intelligence jumps to 17. No difference in novice. No difference in adept, and no difference in master, which is actually quite surprising to me. If we go to below 15 intelligence, we will be losing cooldown. So it seems 15 is a barrier of some sort. What about you? Let's go with air. Reduction of 2, reduction of 2. Reduction of 1, intelligence 12. What about if we give you some intelligence boosts? For God's sakes. 4, 4, 2. Yeah, things improved immediately. Thing is, I'm not sure who do I want to get this, because whoever uses this has a significant boost to starting action points, and whoever at the moment it's Jahan, might as well be it, but later on with better attack spells, Roderick might be a better choice. Anywho, what else do we get? Dexterity +1, Constitution +1, Lore Master +1, Immunity to being petrified. Beautifully crafted. Okay. Oh, Dexterity, Constitution, Lore Mastery. I suppose yeah, not Rose, but Scarlet would benefit most out of this. Lore Master would be the only thing wasted. Yeah, I also have a ring that's sort of worthless anyway, so we might as well replace that. Yeah, the old Roderick, not. Dexterity, pickpocketing, water resistance, perception and movement. We can replace the dexterity one. More or less we get immunity and extra hit points out of this. Very powerful rope by the looks of it. Stunning, wonderful rope of perception. So perception, earth resistance, inflict stunned on contact. This is a good armor to begin with. Also, it might be good for Jahan because it has perception bonuses. The significant armor rating increase, perception +1. More or less, don't really care about the rest. 50 hit points might have been better, but with a mage it doesn't matter that much. Now he has actual physical damage resistance a little bit. How much is your perception? +5 from here. Yeah, that's quite a bit. So he starts the fight with 12 action points. That is significant. Scarlet weapon. Right. The wand could be useful. Chance to cause critical hits improved by 8%. It's a wand that does more damage than the staff. The staff is usually more expensive to use and can only be realistically fired once per turn. Wands have no similar limitations. Would lose a point in intelligence, which I'm not sure if I care. Okay, what else? High level fire wand. +2 constitution. Can set a knockdown status. Can summon fire elementals. Crossbow that we are not gonna use. It's a good one. A lot of piercing damage, a lot of air damage, critical hit chance, leadership, chance to stun a target. All nice things. Grim Fine Silver Amulet of Knowledge. +1 Tenebrium, +1 Lore Master, +3 Initiative. A well cared for bauble stamped with a world symbolizing the sun in the Western Babylonian iconography. So this would allow us temporarily to, hopefully temporarily, use the tenebrium weapons. Well, at least possibly. It's good dexterity armor, earth resistance, initiative, movement, inflict poison on contact. Heavy armor, water resistant armor specialist, movement negatives, inflict stunned on contact. Yeah, we might be able to improve that too. At least I want to try it. Not sure if I have the skills. Air wand, bonus to critical hit chance, 70 hit points, 20% chance to cause petrified, unbreakable, allows you to cast summon air elemental. Yeah. Good stuff. And that's more or less it. At least the interesting stuff. The air damage would be less. However, this would be much more preferable for defensive purposes. I guess it doesn't matter too much. Okay, what else? You get a weapon and an armor, probably a ring. Yeah, the damage increase is substantial. It's a little bit more costly to use to high level of a weapon. Guess I'll wait. Armor increase. Yeah, the current armor is sort of a piece of crap. No reason not to switch it. Might be able to upgrade a weapon. A much better helmet. Maybe a better amulet, assuming we can actually use the tenebrium stuff. Which would be where exactly? I don't think we have the tenebrium. Yeah, so the +1 to it doesn't really matter much, does it? We do need to get more armor skill if we want. Well, with this I could actually... No. Can't do shit. Right, this amulet could be very useful, but not now. And I need armor specialist too, otherwise I can't really upgrade my armor. Inflicting stunned on contact sounds actually very good, so that's why I'm sort of inclined to maybe take the extra armor class, the armor specialist skill. I mean, two-handed would... It's nice, but it doesn't fundamentally allow me to do much different. The armor specialist would help with all armors and get access to better equipment. But we will be delaying the two-handed ability quite a bit if we do that. Either way, I have way too much crap on my character, can't really move. However, I'm pretty sure I've been holding weaponry that I'm waiting to actually use. I still need more levels. It's level 15. I also have extra equipment pieces, so I should be able to upgrade some of these armors. The thing is, I'm not sure if upgrading current armor makes any real difference. I'd still like to try it. Anyway, we can increase our blacksmithing by 1. Probably through gloves. Blacksmithing 4 at least. Yeah. I don't actually even know if this works or not. I had crafting pieces as in armor fragments. No, the armor plates. Multiple ones. Maybe they're metal scraps. No, I don't think so. I think they were plates, right, plate scraps. 96 armor. More crafting ability. So is it really crafting or is it blacksmithing? It says crafting, but craftsmanship. I suppose we should trust that it's crafting then. Just don't have enough. Or isn't enough. I think blacksmithing is if you want to create an item. Crafting is if you want to just improve upon an item. Yeah, it's 5 no matter what it is though. I sort of feel like the game would overall be better if there would be a little bit of extra information on those somehow. Either what it does or what the exact skill requirement is. Probably the exact skill requirement would be preferred for the rest. So you would know what's required of you if you really want to.
I needed that.
What quests can we do? Mines have been destroyed. Lawrence will not welcome the moon. The news. Rexis made an untimely end. Okay. I guess the fact that we had talked to Leandra meant that, yeah, they're all gone. Either way the mines thing is done. I'll be able to report back. It's he's gonna hate us for it. That hardly matters though. Where do I need to go? I want to go to the witch's cabin. There was the intelligent mushroom that I talked to. Kari.
Are you addressing us? We thought you'd never ask. What would you like to know? Somewhere in her cabin, as far as we know.
Nothing new. Okay, the mine foreman is not gonna be happy with us, but I'm not sure why would I care too much. Still, might as well reporting the facts.
Out of the wilds you venture into the embrace of immaculates. Salutations!
Now the first question should be, do we want to... How does it work? The tenebrium containment unit. Because if I complete the quest that told us to get some tenebrium, then what? If I'm gonna lose this container, are the weapons that are basically poisonous to me going to be dumped in my inventory? Or is he going to teach me a skill to manage this shit? Electrified nice tenebrium dagger of infection. Piercing damage, air damage, tenebrium damage. Stunning and disease causing. Requires tenebrium 1, dexterity 8. Right. I think we want to talk to that guy first, and then what? I mean, I just need to know how the hell it's gonna work. Pulse bounty. We found tenebrium. We can bring it to Brandon for a reward. It's clearly not exactly how things are supposed to go. I don't think he gives two shits about how we or from where we got the stuff. As long as we have it.
Do you believe in the gods, baby? Because you're the answer to all my...
Oh no, pantomime!
Yeah, your retirement plan.
Why don't you stay a while, darling? I just
So you
know
found
I
the
can...
tenebrium! A grand feeling to have bested the king of trolls, isn't it? Huh? Hand the blighted stuff over and you'll be privy to every damnable secret this place has been hoarding.
Blank skillbook of witchcraft.
Tell me, sweetie, do you have
I
someone
think I'll
why
take
you
that.
always this hot?
These goblins are worse than the trolls. Half as dumb and
Over
twice as
here,
mean.
sweet
At
cheeks.
least they don't have that
I'm
distinct
aching to
underside
share
of a
moment
bridge
together.
aroma.
Better that
This
than
is
reeking
too
of
much
fresh
for the
Do you
blood.
book.
believe in the gods, baby? Because you're the answer to all my prayers.
I need 276 worth of something. How much is one cup worth? Not that much.
Do you believe in the gods, baby? Because you're the answer to all my prayers.
Why don't you stay a while, darling? I just know I
Do you
could
believe
take
in
you
the
on
gods,
a
baby?
wild
Because you're
ride
the
if
answer
you let
to all my
me.
prayers.
I'm looking to learn the secrets, and I do need to see what happens to the equipment and like.
Time to give Brandon the
That's right. I'm very interested to learn what Brandon has to share.
There's a high probability we'll have to
Stay a
load, but
while, darling. I just
I
know
need to
could
learn the
take
skill
you on
from
a
someplace.
wild ride if you
Sakes
let me.
alive. I knew I could count on you. Now it's my turn
Fuck.
to make good. I'll be happy to share with you the not-so-little secret of these mines.
See in my hand.
The mines are gone. Tenebrium.
These goblins are worse than the starters, Source Hunter. You already know that this is a volatile material. What you might not know is that there are ways to handle it that can diminish or even prevent its negative effects. All it takes is a little know-how. Here, I'll show you.
Thank you, God.
Come
And if
here.
you're ever looking for a full cure, I'd recommend visiting the Immaculate Chapel. Nod your way through their little sermons and they'll give you access to a special mineral that can heal even the worst cases of rot. Now that there's a handy bit of information. But the real secret is yet to come, my friend. Lardents, the bloke from the mining guild, ordered dozens of men to extract tenebrium from these here mines, knowing full well that doing so was as good as sending them to their deaths. Beasts of burden, he called the miners, and said that the guild would turn a profit quicker if the men mined the stuff lickety-split, before the rot ran its full course. I've got a letter here from the mining guild to Mr. Lawrence himself, proving everything I've claimed. You can have the damn thing. I've sat on this secret long enough. There, it's yours. I'm no man to refuse a source hunter. Ask away, friend.
Okay. Miner named Ben.
If Lawrence had had the smallest modicum of patience, either to teach them men how to safely handle tenebrium or to wait for the goblins to show up, Ben's death could have been easily avoided.
Goblins.
Lawrence actually invited those bug-eyed creeps here himself. The miners were dropping like flies, and goblins had more of a natural tolerance for the work. Little did we know they'd overrun the place in a matter of months.
Rot.
Ah, those men. The first to perish, never the wiser until it was too late. There's a bit of guilt I'll take to me grave indeed. The overseer's supposed to be something of a protector, if not a friend, you know?
What do you know about the Immaculates?
That circus rolled into town shortly after the tenebrium was discovered. Some freak woman with a freak gemstone managed to cure rot by some strange magic and convinced most of the locals that she were the conduit of the goddess or some such tripe.
Right, the tenebrium. The thing about the tenebrium we have to keep in mind now is we had quite a lot of it. So if he took all of it, we might still need to load. Dump the extras tenebrium somewhere and just return like a bar or two to him, or 3, whatever he takes.
Well, I'm off with little more to me name than a small fortune here in me pocket. Farewell to you, Source Hunter, and good riddance, Silver Glen.
Yeah. Okay, we probably don't. Do we still have the container itself? Yes, we actually do. So we lost a tenebrium bar. I think we lost 3 ore. Right, either way I don't see a major problem here.
Do you believe in the gods, baby? Because you're the answer to all my prayers.
Is it craftsmanship? Weapons? Right, tenebrium allows you to equip more powerful tenebrium weapons. Right, so we currently have 1 probably on everyone.
I just know I could take you on a wild ride if you let me.
Right. I still think keeping the stuff in the container is probably a sensible thing until you have the exact skills needed. The bars themselves could be produced, forged into tenebrium weaponry.
Tell me, sweetie, you have sunburn, or are you always this hot?
Why don't you stay a while, darling? I just know I could
This
take
weapon
you on a
is the
wild
good
ride
one.
if you let me.
We're still too low level to really use it. Seems to be that you need to be around level 16.
Worse than the trolls.
No, not even that high. But it's a crushing weapon, two-handed, high level enough that we could actually use it.
And reeking of fresh blood.
Not for a while, but this is something I definitely need to hold on to. Even without the tenebrium thing, it would still be good for us. The second most powerful crushing weapon, I think, is some kind of one-handed club from the early game. So yeah. Overall, don't really see the use of this. Maybe the daggers, but we need 1 extra level up. The spear is sort of okay, but again, I don't see anything special about it.
Stay a while, darling. I just know I could
So more or
take
less,
you on
it's
a
all.
wild ride if you let me.
Witchcraft spells. Also, you need to give up some of the shit.
Friend, this is most excellent news. Welcome to the Immaculate Fold.
Yes! I can feel the goddess's vigor coursing through my very veins.
Hi there, cutie pie. Wanna have a good
Master
time?
level scoundrel skills? Right, no such things
Come
here.
hither, sweetheart. Oh, if I had a star for every time you brighten my day.
Have to visit the air elemental. It had scoundrel skills. And I have new loot, so I might be able to afford some decent trades. We could also waste money on the Teller of Secrets, or at least, okay, I want to visit him for one reason. I've definitely leveled up since the last time I was here, so maybe even twice. Either way, I need to see if they have recharged their equipment, because he was selling attribute points and ability points.
Ta-da-da! Oh, it's you again. Yes, snort that spaghetti. Oh, pardon. Yes, so you'd like to learn to cuss
Shadow
the best
Step.
of a mudu? Have a look.
Sure, yeah, coup de grace. Killing blow to target death blow, 20% vitality. Because we need level 15 to be able to use these, that's why I haven't been taking them. Also, I'm not quite sure what technically counts as a dagger. I mean, do rapiers count as daggers? Seems a lot of these special abilities needs to be requires a dagger. I'm guessing it's any rogue-like weapon. It's very expensive by these. Coup de grace I see very hard to use in the first place. It costs 10 action points to use. So yeah, it could potentially do a huge amount of damage, but 10 action points. You basically have to just... It can be used once per combat. You'd have to just stand right next to the target and wait for a turn. Not get interrupted in any way, and then put an end to it. This is like, yeah, I'm sure it's fine if you get it to work, but you have to sort of make a lot of preparations to get it to work. Also, don't recall if he had the air essences might be regenerating. I think that's actually true. So does that mean that the skill books have also regenerated? I probably can't afford everything, so skill books first. At the same time, I would imagine that the skill books probably aren't gonna regenerate, because that seems incredibly abusable.
I give not you for lost. From this descent, celestial virtues rising will appear more glorious and more dread than from no fall.
Yeah, no skill books. Not exactly a huge surprise there. And I'm certainly not gonna start buying secrets if I have actual things to buy. Skill books plus elemental essences seems like decent investments. How long until we get to level 15? I probably... Well, it wouldn't be a horrible idea to have one master skill book. I would probably prefer the coup de grace. Although the other is a long range attack. Basically teleport to a target, backstab it, and teleport back. So much more, it's easier to see much more varied use for the skill itself. I don't want to lose money on these trades. So if you have excess crap, people, just now's the time to dump it on me. I'm still... If I'm gonna use the essences, the armor rating becomes more important than the item specific resistance, which should allow me to get rid of quite a lot of items. I'll still keep all the rings and the like, because they don't weigh anything. Probably the one-handed uniques could also be sold away. Or just stored away if nothing else. I mean, I'm not really gonna use the map item. Chest of the Source Key. How to open that? No idea. I can see no real use for a piece of crap like this. Two-handed claymore, normal, right? Water weapon. There's no chance in hell that I'll use this. Some resistance items might be good to have as extras. Because if we fight against a lot of mage types, a powerful mage user, magical user, powerful mage, the armor rating isn't gonna matter in the slightest. At the same time, enough is enough. There has to be a limit to what kind of sort of crap I'm willing to deal with. Yeah, in an emergency situation I can use these already. I think there was one tenebrium item I can also use. This is a resistance only armor piece, clearly. They don't weigh that much. Yeah, it's actually the ore probably that weighs the most here. Lucky charm, are you kidding me? I sort of thought the lucky charm could have been a little better. Like, we could use it in special situations to get a real difference going. I don't think so anymore. I don't see it being worth it. Old Elven Sheep. Sneaking and hit points. This has a strength requirement, yes. These are things we should keep. And I really need to get rid of turn the ore in the bars. If we can do that, the weight problems will basically disappear right then and there. Decent amount of scrolls, massive amount of arrows we'll likely never use. Why do you have a claymore? This isn't a bad weapon, but it's non-magical, so by the time we actually get those, we will have something better. Light air staff. Why would you even have this? Non-magical bows are not interesting. Okay. I'm not switching weapons that much, so I definitely want to get rid of some of this. Non-magical equipment. And the best part is I'm going to have to repair most of that crap I have in storage too. Not sure if we're going to use them in the snow boots ever again, but we might as well hold on to them. Different kind of bonuses. Ooh, why don't I have... yeah, regards more strength. Speed, movement, earth resistance. Extra strength. Oh, what is my strength? It's a natural 5 only. That's pretty bad. +1 blacksmithing gloves. Reflect damage. How about extra armor? Yeah, we probably should dump the books. I'm sending them to Homestead. Currently I'm reading every book anyway before taking it. With these skill books, I don't, or recipe books, I don't think it matters. There's no point in actually just read everything that you have the opportunity. We haven't been struggling with weight with her too much. But this is actually quite a lot of weight overall. I wonder if there's a better way to do this. Probably. If you have to go through a right-click menu for every interaction, that's something I haven't seen in the game in a long time. I feel there's probably a better way to do this, some kind of quick key that you press and it sets them instead of automatically or something like that. But I don't want to go through the controls at the moment, and this is a one-time thing, so a minute or two of wasted time, and then I don't have to do it ever again. Right. Secrets of the Scroll. Learn something new. What are these? I read them already. Probably. You can infuse rubies to your pieces. You don't get technically recipes, but I probably should have actually read a lot of the books instead of just assuming everything's gonna be okay. Is that it? Where the hell did you get those? Blank scrolls. blank books. And you. One-handed something, it's gonna be sold immediately. I'm trying to look for excuses to get rid of some of this shit. Immunity to beam music. All the movement, all initiative. Armor class is terrible, but with a mage, who the hell cares? Most opponents at least can't just come back to your back rows and do the damage. Have to go through your frontline fighters. And that's not a minor task to do. Okay, telekinesis only gloves are absolutely worthless now. Anything else? Yeah, we have quite a lot of essences. Fire and earth is something we should look for. So if I can get another elemental, it's going to be earth, simply so I can start hoarding the essences. Water I have in a significant amount already. A lot of ore. If we turn them into silver bars, it's yeah, cool. It'll massively reduce the weight we are currently carrying. I'm not picking any extra ore until I have a use for it. Lot of crap. Water wand. Fiery heart. Yeah, I have no goddamn clue what to do with a lot of this equipment. Pumpkin soup. Ah, these are not in any sort of order, are they? I'll probably hold on to a few of these. I mean, we've been holding all this excess crap already, so a couple of extra items aren't all that big of a deal. Right. You got one extra item. Yeah, I wanted to see if we can get better boots. Not really. Okay. I should have done this differently. Or arrange Roderick's items first, then start adding the extra equipment, so they'll all be at the end. Although I'm not sure if that makes a goddamn difference. items.
You've returned, my brilliant friend. What is it that you wish to know?
Master level 15 abilities. Shackles of Pain. Mark a target that will receive all of the damage you receive. I don't think so. It's not necessarily a bad ability. That's counter to how I play this character. Okay. Fire seems to be a fairly common thing, so I'll take that. He has 5,500 gold too, so I might as well dump a lot of equipment on him. Okay, can I still repair these? Shit, didn't think about that. A lot of them have never been used though, so they should be in fine condition. The rogue weaponry on the other hand probably isn't. Right. This is below half status, and I can't repair them here, which is wonderful. Unbreakable. Essences and 5,000 extra cash.
Take care, my friend.
It's a problem because I can't. Ooh, I can move a little bit. Okay, what else do we need? We need the air essences, and that's more or less it. I can always keep an eye out for certain extra item pieces. I need blacksmithing or crafting bonuses, preferably crafting at this point. I'm not really using the blacksmithing ability all that much. With tenebrium it might be worthwhile. And I definitely need to turn the ore into metal bars. It's a massive drag on the carry weight. I think it might be 1/100th of the weight, or close to that, if you just turn it into a bar. Now that we're doing this, the equipment repair. There shouldn't be that many items that we can need it, but the weaponry has a high probability of requiring a little bit of repair. Ooh, unidentified items. What the hell is this? Water resistance, initiative, movement, inflict poison on contact. Meh. This is why you don't put item conditions in your game. I would much rather be doing almost anything else, going through my inventory one at a time, right clicking on things and then selecting repair. I don't even recall anymore what skill affects that, because there's no repair skill in the game. So it even requires skill. Is it blacksmithing 1? What is it? I have no idea. It's an odd combination of it doesn't really mattering and it producing a decent amount of pointless busy work for you. I suppose technically wouldn't need to repair these, not like I'm that strapped for cash, but it's has a significant effect on the item cost.
Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da.
Sure if I want. I suppose I could. There's no point in not buying master skills. This is arrow spells. We have those. I don't really see the shadow step being all that useful. It could be that I'm looking at it with a non-thief, but the damage is basically like it doesn't exist. Did it change even a little bit? Yep, not by much. More or less, the damage is pathetic. The action point cost use of this is significant. Cooldown is so long that you can use it once in a fight. So yeah, I'd rather take the coup de grace skill. This might be a once per combat ability, but against boss monsters, I can actually see that making a difference. I have to say I'm incredibly disappointed with the scoundrel abilities in general. I'm actually having trouble finding even two abilities that I care even a little bit. Suppose I should still buy them. They're not that expensive. They look more expensive here because there are multiple master books stacked on top of each other. Witchcraft is the one thing that I really need to buy though. Probably get money out of Eolitted too. Yeah, so we can go as high as what? More or less 11,000, I guess. Don't think I have quite that much extra excess equipment. And I only want to get rid of the heavyweight items. Yeah, I think we're more or less at the border of it. That's good enough. 27,000 and more or less the skill books I want. The only thing we're really missing is the witchcraft thing. I mean, I could go around buying extra skills, I suppose, but I also sort of want to get on with the playing instead of with the managing. I suppose that's what's bothering me about the crafting system. I mean, I've played games that can have complex crafting systems and things like that, and it doesn't particularly bother me usually. I don't also have to play inventory Tetris with this, so in some ways this is better. Uh, but this is also a bit more complex in ways. But the problem is you don't really know if it's even remotely worth your while, and you don't know. I think the biggest problem I have is that you don't really know what you get with your skills. The closest comparison that pops to mind about the crafting is something like Might and Magic, the one where everything looks like pixel vomit. You have your 3 to 5 man group, and you play in a 3D world, old-fashioned 3D world. I'm thinking of things like potion making there. White potions, black potions, combination potions. The thing is, in that game, you know what you get. A little bit of alchemy skill, just buying it, and you can combine base colors. So you can, without any skills, you can make yellow, blue, and red. If you buy the skill, you can combine the base colors. If you get an additional expertise, you can make layered potions or more complex colors, additional skills, and you can make white potions, additional super mastery, and you make black potions. It's you get a very clear indication of how things work and where on the progression steps you are. You literally get told what type of potions you can make. You don't know the combinations, so there's still the thrill, I suppose, for lack of a better word, finding out things, but it's much more structured. You know more or less how things are supposed to work, what different type of potion levels you probably need to combine to get where
May
you're
the
going.
goddess guide you through the forest and keep you safe.
And more or less you can basically see, do I want to go to the next step? I know more or less what these type of potions are because they are being sold in every shop. Do I want to go there? I feel this is better because this is free-form. In Might and Magic it's very heavily tied to your class you choose. Here is the character you build. So this is better. But I'm assuming Divinity Original Sin 2 at the very least has to address some of these issues. I can't imagine a game being made, a new version of it, that retains all this shit. I don't see that working. I can't imagine a person looking at this system and thinking, yeah, that's perfect. There's nothing there to improve anymore. It has a good base, but that's all it has.
Yes, a lovely
And you don't have master
sturdy
level witchcraft, because
I
otherwise
bet
I
it'll
would have
last
bought them,
100
right?
generations if treated properly.
Shit. Right, I don't think I want to do anything else but one more thing. Maybe two things. I know these things tend to get dragged out once you set on this path. What I'm thinking is maybe spend the empty scrolls I have in store and try to basically just do something with them, see what comes out, and get rid of the ore. The ore would be the more relevant thing. Can I use the campfire to do this? Just want it done. Do I need to use some kind of oven or something? Yeah. So it's fire, but it's not every kind of fire will do. So what exactly is the requirement for smelting ore? Also, there's a smithy here. Maybe I can use that. I don't want to start completing the quests at all at this point. The proof we got for Lawrence's wrongdoings and things like that. No. I just want to get rid of the inventory crap, and of course I can't use it. Where was the... I think I'll have to go to the starting city. Sicil Northgate. There was... I think there was a cooking pot. Maybe that's good enough, while campfire isn't. Some ridiculous crap like that anyway. I don't personally see much of a difference between them, but the game apparently does. Yeah, one of these is usable. For a reason. Is it different though? I don't recall where I did this earlier. Yeah, cooking fires. Maybe if I would use a recipe, it would, I don't know. It might have been allowing you to do multiples at the same time, but I don't think that's exactly the case. I mean, it literally isn't an option for me. Okay. Carry weight situation should be good now. Yeah. Next one is you.
I'm warm as fresh apple pie.
Oh, you don't have the skill, right? You need a little bit of skill to actually even smell. Fair enough. Just want to make sure no one else has extra. Making sure no one has the blank scroll type ingredients anymore. I have crafting 4. Looks like we have to get an extra point from gear somewhere. We have 2 from gear, so either spend the point, which I don't particularly want to do, or alternatively make someone else a blacksmithing and crafting specialist. I don't want to do that now, as in this playthrough, but I think that's that would be the most sensible choice overall. I'm thinking I'm more or less settled with the scrolls themselves. Crafting 5 probably allow you to do something with the armor, so I'm looking for the equipment still, but I'm not gonna spend extra points in crafting. I think abilities and defensive bonuses and things like that are much more better use for that. I am looking for resistance potions though. At least a way to make the better ones, so that probably requires crafting 5. What was I making? Scrolls, right. Are they not crafting components then? I'm sure I have at least an earth scroll somewhere. Okay. Magic info. Where is it? Make 6 scrolls. Not exactly great, but you'll take what you can get. Winter Blast. That's a good one. Master level 3 deals decent amount of water damage to all targets in a 60-degree cone that's 9 meters long. 100% chance to set frozen status, so yeah, very nice. Very pleased with that. Fireball! Piece of shit. Could be still useful against certain type of opponents. Earth Absorption. Ooh. Bless. 100% chance to set Blessed. Chance to hit plus 30. Okay, this is worthless. Poison Dart. Decent amount of poison damage. 100% chance to set poison status for 3 turns. It seems like a decent spell. Nothing amazing, but decent. And Midnight Oil. Create an oil surface. Doesn't say duration on the oil surface creation. And usually create surface spells so don't seem to exist. There's you can freeze existing surfaces or set them on fire or have an attack that also creates a surface temporarily. There's not a specific spell that's there to create a surface. So I wonder if the Midnight Oil has a longer duration or is it permanent. I suppose it doesn't matter too much. What the fuck do I do with these unique items? There's an action point. I mean, this is clearly usable, but I don't understand what exactly it's supposed to be used for. I have others like these. Not exactly, well, maybe not exactly like these. But sort of unique items like the Buffalo Amulet. I have no idea what the fuck are. What am I supposed to do with it? Buffalo something. Either way, it looks like we'll end things here. I'll try to use the heart, because I can literally use it. It's is it a crafting component? No. Where is it? Just looking at it a second ago. Oh, yeah, there it is. Now combine it with something, but trying to put it in a quick item slot. Yeah, here's the action point cost. I can't use it. Still don't understand where the action point costing comes from. It's not exactly like it's a weapon. Maybe it could be used like in some kind of crafting recipe, but that would be very, very odd. I don't know. I don't don't really want to think about it too much. There's also the fairy dust situation. I don't seem to be able to buy witchcraft skulls from almost anywhere, and it's very expensive to produce them. Can't really buy the books either. So I'm thinking maybe we should focus on maybe producing mass amount of fairy dust. Pixie dust. Stardust. Bone dust. Right, we'll get to 13 pixie dust. Sure, we want to produce that much, but whatever. Blank witchcraft scroll, 13. That's a lot. I'd like to be able to do them in a single time, so yeah. This way please. 13 scrolls. They're probably a variation of... It basically isn't gonna produce 13 of a single type, so let's see what we get. Actually interested in seeing it. Right. Soul Sap lowers all of target's powers and resistances. 2 turns. Primary attributes are decreased by 2, their bodybuilding and willpower abilities are decreased by 5, and all of their elemental and physical resistances are decreased by 50%. Holy shit, that's amazing. Especially if you have multiple scrolls like this, you could stagger the effect. It's probably on a very long cooldown if you actually cast it as a spell. Piece of shit. What is this? This is different. Magic unlock scroll. Unlock a magically locked door or container. 100% chance to unlock. It's definitely from the witchcraft thing, but it doesn't look like a witchcraft ability. Could we make a skill book out of it? We also we have the. Could we use it on the Source King's chest? It has a lock that I can't open. I think it requires a key, but I don't understand the difference. I mean, where exactly can this be used? And is it only for something with a lock level that's something that a thief could reasonably reach? Destroy summon, this could be very useful. Malediction, always nice. Empiric touch, piece of shit. Basically, mostly got pieces of shit, but let's say about 50% was still useful. And I have no idea the magical lock thing. I don't have the skills to even try to combine these, as in try to create a skill book. But I can probably try to open the chest. Yeah, it's the level 40 lock. I don't have a key to it. I don't recall seeing any kind of key that could fit it. I'm never going to get the skill that high. Okay, where the hell is it? unlocked. Level 20 sword skin chest. Still have one left. Doesn't appear all that valuable, but yeah, let's see what we got. Doesn't seem anything special. Magical poison dart, stout metal bracers. This is standard crap, so I feel like there must have been a way to do it besides this, because this is not incredibly useful. It's worth a little bit of cash, I suppose.
Bacon like a cake.
I suppose we got rid of the chest, but... And the existence of magical unlock scrolls. Since it's very hard to actually get them though. I want to try one more thing. I think I have more bone than I have ability to make bone dust. No, maybe not. Their skulls aren't here, so I guess I use them up.
Did it sprout legs and run away?
Right, so if I want to make more, I need to gather bone and some specific type of plant. I probably should buy the plant to plant and get it. Right. I think we can start completing quests here. We'll start with the woman and son who came here to track down what happened to their father.
May the goddess guide you through the forest and keep you safe.